Welcome everybody to the live. Where's my comb? Oh, here it is. All right, there's my comb. We're going to give it a little bit for everybody to join. Nice, and it's kind of like, I want to say it's like kind of like cool and a little bit warm, and you can feel the sun. It feels super amazing. Just had a really good call with people around the world. It was super awesome. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the live. Tap the like button, subscribe to the channel. How y'all doing? How's everybody feeling on this Thursday, sunny Thursday? It is a gorgeous day today, man. It's cold, but warm at the same time. So we had a really cool instructor, breathwork instructor. I don't know what they called it, like convention or something. It's kind of like all the new advancements in soma breath and what they're planning to do, and it was really neat. It was a really, really good. Yeah, it was really cool, man. You guys have no idea what's coming. Just aside from all the things, the changes that are happening on the planet as well. Hey, King Spider, welcome to the live, man. Tap that like button. What's good, brother? Where are you from? Try that straight. There we go. That's better. Let's just say the sun feels really good right now. Sun feels really amazing right now. Yeah, we're just giving it a few moments because it takes like a little bit for YouTube to like share out the live stream. So, and I hope you guys got a chance to watch the replay of myself and Luna's mini healing yesterday. It was really cool and really fun, and the energy was high vibe. And we did a crystalline soul healing mini session on digesting life with ease and grace. So if you didn't get a chance to go watch it, man, go watch it on it's on this YouTube channel. It should be up already from yesterday. It was fun. Luna was super spicy. She even named her name on Zoom or whatever it was, Spicy. So it was really cool. It was fun. Yes, I am having a great day. How about yourself? Especially being that I'm yesterday I didn't really get to be outside much, but being outside and enjoying the sunshine, man. Oh man, feels amazing. Yeah, yeah. Because we've got a little bit of the like cold temperature, but then you have the sun, the warmth from the sun, man. Nothing like that. Nick. I'm not shouting out the last name because I know you're trolling, but I'll just say, Nick, what's good? Not sure yet where the live is going to go or what the topic's going to be. We're just starting off right now, the beginning, just chatting. I'm excited for what's to come in the world of breath work. Yeah, it's just like, my hope, man, is to just help people all around the world, man, realize how powerful the breath is and their breath is, so to speak. And that it's not just there for no reason. Obviously, it's to keep you alive, because if you weren't breathing, you wouldn't be alive. But the fact of the matter is the amount of things that you can do with breathing techniques and the breath, man, so many people need it right now. It's just beyond. We definitely have a lot more people being kind and nice and friendly and peaceful within themselves. And I just really hope that. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. At the end of the day, man, it's all about like helping someone else realize that they don't have to go through it as hard and challenging as you may had to. Giving someone a shortcut to, like saying, hey, by the way, if you're experiencing stress and overwhelm, well, why don't you try just breathing, or something simple like that, where not everybody has to go through suffering or pain like everyone else, and that's why a lot of us have gone through the things we've gone through, so that we can teach others, we can share it with others, we can support one another, community. It's really cool, man, that after all these years of doing breath work and having tried different programs with different instructors, I finally found one that encompasses everything: movement, dance, breathing, just pretty much the whole entire thing. But not only that, but community, where people actually want to like support you and see you win, whereas you take a class, you go to school, and there's really no support. There's really no, it's just like, oh yeah, just go out there and figure it out on your own. You know what I mean? It's not why we're here, man. We're here to come together. We're here to help one another. We're here to, if that was the case, then quite literally, we would all be on the planet by ourselves, alone, only us. You wouldn't be walking this earth with 8 billion people. It's just a matter of people actually realizing that they're not separate. And all these things like religion and politics and everything else have been designed to separate and divide everyone. But I see such a difference. I see people coming together. I see people building communities. I see people wanting to come together, you know, wanting to cultivate a tribe, you know, and that's the future of this planet. That's the future of the earth. That's the future of humanity, you know, and coming out of this instructor, like, I guess, meeting, I guess you call it meeting, and seeing all the things that they're developing and doing to try to help everyone, to try to help each other, not just taking a class like I've done before and then you having to figure out everything on your own. You know, yeah, you know how to do, they helped you with the breathing techniques, they helped you with yoga. It's like the same thing, like becoming a yoga facilitator, becoming a Reiki facilitator. There's like no assistance after that. Whatever you decide to do, it's like go to college, go to university, and they just put you out to the wolves, you know, and you figure it out on your own, you know. And whereas this is one of the ones I've found or came across that legitimately is there to support and help, and everyone is like all around the world because it's global, have been, are there to support, are there to help, are there to assist, are there to take what, and this doesn't only ring true for this. This is everything, man. You know, it's like, it's time that people start stepping out and sharing what they've gone through and how they overcame it or how they became this successful person doing, you know, even YouTube, a content creator, you know. Thank you, man. I appreciate you a lot. That means a lot, man. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, man, and I appreciate you, man. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, you know. Thank you. Those words mean a lot, you know, and I hope you do too. I hope that, you know, one day we're not crossing paths for no reason, you know. Just know that. You know, man, like 20, 30 years ago, it's like, it's just like, oh yeah, just go graduate school and, you know, and then you figure it out, you know. And I think those days are behind us. I feel they are very strongly, they are behind us. It's not like every man for himself, every woman for herself, you know what I mean? Like community, collaborating, helping each other, supporting one another, you know. um, Helen, I think it's Helene or Helen, welcome to the live. It's like so many people so many people already feel super alone as it is, because everywhere you go, everywhere you look, everywhere you walk, it's like it legitimately feels that way. Love you too, man. Love you too, man. Appreciate you, man. And this is how we change the world. This is how we change the planet, you know. And like I said, religion, politics, whatever, financial, you know, every single system has been designed to separate and divide humanity, the collective, you know. The dating scene, I can go on and on, man. It's like every single system has been designed to just make people feel like you're alone and you're separate and you're divided, and you know, and that's the best way to be. Like, you know, no, you don't want to be in a relationship. Like, why be in a relationship, man? Because then, like, when you get married, then, like, when you get a divorce, you're gonna have to give up half of your things, and it's just like every single freaking thing, man, is designed almost like it's designed for failure. So it's like it's time that we all come together and we all like support one another and we lift each other up, not tear each other down, you know. And as I said, most of us have gone through and been through being torn down or bullied or gaslight lit, you know, or you have to do this on your own, you know. So it's just, you know, it's so nice and refreshing to see. It's nice to see how we are, how the planet is changing and how it's going to change even more going forward in 2024, 24, 25, 26. Grand Rising, Robert. I hope you're having a wonderful day, Robert. It's been a while, man. I'm glad that you got a chance to pull up yesterday, man, and join the live. That was so much fun. What did you? Let me ask you a question, Robert, because you know Luna, you've been a part of this journey with us for a long time. What did you think of Luna yesterday? She was super spicy, wasn't she? Even did you see her name? Spicy Energy Healer. Oh, you missed the beginning when she was really spicy. Okay. Well, you got to go back and watch it, brother. It was hilarious, man. Yeah, I'm sure you have. I mean, it's holidays, you know. It's the holiday season. Oh yeah, get a chance to watch it, man. Watch the beginning because it's so funny, man. Well, yesterday and today has been my first live in a bit, so you haven't missed anything. I missed, I think Monday. I didn't go live, and I might not have gone live Tuesday, or maybe I did. I think I did Tuesday. Oh, bass practice. Okay, I got you. Well, cool. Okay, yeah, I thought I haven't been seeing you. When I do, always pop in. Yeah, you do. Well, Monday, Monday I did a past life regression session, which was really powerful. I did on somebody. I have another one I'm going to be doing tomorrow, so I don't know if I'm going to be going live in the morning or not. It might be in the afternoon time. Or yeah, I don't even know if I'm going to go live tomorrow. I have a session that I'm doing in the morning, and then I have some things to take care of midday, so I'm not sure yet. But I can tell you this: after this meeting I just had this morning with other breathwork facilitators like all around the world. Let me tell you, man, there is so many ideas, so many things that are going to be coming that I cannot wait to bring forward to you all, man. And yeah, man, 2026 is going to be amazing, but crazy at the same time. And we're all going to have, like, if it all goes off without a hitch, if what I've been hearing from, you know, you know, if I've been hearing what I've been hearing is going to be true, we're going to have an amazing Christmas and an amazing start to 2026. I don't know for sure, but again, because timelines keep changing, like big time changing. And but I've been hearing a lot of things, you know, that potentially are going to unfold if they pull the trigger. If they, and what I mean by pull the trigger, if they actually pull the switch, and these systems that so many of us know of, like the RVs and um, and the quantum financial systems and all these different things and the med beds and all these things finally get released, man, oh my God, there's going to be so many people that are going to be so, uh, yeah, it's going to be amazing. I just really, truly hope it does happen sooner than later. But I'm not the only one getting information and downloads. It's a lot has been circling. Um, so, but thank you, Robert, for pulling up, man. Thank you for being such a great moderator. We might have to send this individual off on his way because you're definitely trolling, my friend. But yeah, we're gonna. A lot is coming, man. A lot is coming for us all, man. You just got to believe. You have to trust. You have to um, just know it's going to be happening because it is. Yeah, I don't really think you're chatting, man. The times are changing. 2026 is coming, man, and we all just have to be very mindful. I know, right? And he says he wasn't trolling either. He goes, "Wow, I'm trolling by chatting." No, he was trolling, man. Yeah, man. That means because Robert, you're needed here, man. Your energy's needed, brother. You do such a great job, man. You know, um, man. The thing is, man, people don't literally as soon as I step away. Yeah, I know, right? I'm telling you. I texted Presley too. I haven't seen Presley in a while, man. I don't know what's up with him. I got to text him again, man. I don't know what's going on with him. I got to reach out to a multitude of people, but you realize tomorrow is the 12/12 portal, man. Another powerful time. Aside from we're coming up to the summer solstice very soon, there's a lot of things happening. I think what I want to do is actually, I just got another idea. I think me and Luna are going to plan something for the summer solstice. Yeah, Presley is a cool guy, man. I haven't seen him in a while. Haven't heard from him. I got to text him and see what's up. But yeah, man, I don't know if you guys been hearing, the from the little birdies or the grapevine, we're things are we're getting close, man, to something big, something massive happening, and I hope it is what I've been hearing. I hope what I've been receiving is what it will be very soon, which is the RVs and the redemption centers and the med beds and all the different things that we've been waiting on for years now. I feel like it's getting very, very close. The flipping of the financial systems, the med systems, just everything changing. We need this, man. Humanity needs this, like now, like yesterday. And I know that not everybody has the information, the insights. They're definitely keeping a lot of this under wraps because, yeah, I mean, a lot of people are not talking as much anymore. I don't have an NDA. I didn't sign no NDA. They didn't have me sign an NDA, you know? So, but there is military and a lot of people walking around that have signed NDAs that cannot speak about any of this stuff. I'm here to tell you I'm not, so I can talk about it. until the day that they tell me I can't, that someone approaches me and says I'm not able to anymore, But the fact of the matter is, man, this stuff is coming. It's just a matter of when. And like I said, a lot less information is coming out because people are under NDAs and they can't speak of it. So you're hearing less and less information. United States. But there is certain intel, and I get downloads, you get downloads, Robert, a lot of us do. We get messages in different ways, and it's interesting though how when you speak of these things to different people, they get triggered by it. I've noticed lately a lot of people that I talk about certain things with, they get massively triggered. Interestingly enough, I'm like, wouldn't you be excited to finally be free, like truly free? Because what humanity's been in has not been freedom, has not been true freedom. NDA, non-disclosure, for those that don't know. Yeah. I apologize for not spelling it out. Yes. This stands for non-disclosure. And basically, a lot of people that are in these communities, these truthers that have been putting out information, have had to sign NDAs. Oh, Saudi Arabia! Wow, that's crazy, man. Well, please type the like button and subscribe, my friend. I hope you're enjoying not just enjoying, man. Like, I always want to make sure that you're it's not just like you come here and you just like watch it for entertainment. You know what I'm saying? This is about like you. Oh wow, from Brazil, man. Damn, all the way from Brazil. What? Wow, welcome in, man. Welcome to the tribe. Welcome to the freedom fighters. We are all freedom fighters. Yeah, this channel is about positivity. It's about spirituality. We pretty much talk about everything, man. Every single thing, from religion to politics to what's the state of the world. We talk about spirituality. We talk about the spiritual realm. We talk about how we're multidimensional. We talk about past lives. We pretty much talk about everything. I mean, every single thing. So there's not one thing that we don't touch on. We pretty much go down the rabbit hole. And let me just say, we do breath work facilitation. We do crystalline soul healing. We do light language activations. We do past life regressions. We got a podcast coming next year in January. You guys have no idea all the things that we're working on. There's so much that me and Luna have kept secret from you all. Even Robert doesn't know. Even Presley don't know about some of the things that we haven't talked about yet. That we have video content that you guys are going to be blown away when everything is done and you see this content that we're about to bring. We talk about the thing that happened in 2020, in the arm. We talk about the state of the financial system and how it's all collapsing. We go down rabbit holes, man, on this channel. But the one major thing, this is a non-judgmental place, okay? And this is a safe place for you to express yourself. And if someone's gaslighting you, let Robert know, let Presley know, let myself or Luna know, let any of the moderators, we'll take care of it. This is supposed to be a safe place where we all can share without worrying about someone gaslighting or judging you for your opinion. And we respectfully have discussions from a place of love, We're building this beautiful community called Freedom Fighters. We're all freedom fighters fighting for the same thing: freedom, liberation, harmony, peace, balance on this earth, where we all have enough and more, where we all realize that we're abundant and we're not in lack, even though it may seem like it. And we're building a community where we can all come together. One day, we're all going to come together in physical form. And I hope and pray that the visions that I've been seeing and Luna's been seeing, and that we're co-creating together, that we can build communities all around the world for us all to come together with healing centers and all kinds of things. And we all can learn, learn from one another and live and breathe our purpose and our passion here. Not doing the things we think we have to do, not doing the things we think we're supposed to do, but actually doing what we love to do. That's my vision for like the new earth, for all of humanity, where we treat animals with kindness, we treat each other with kindness and compassion, that we don't believe that we're separate and divided, but we all know that we're one and connected. Yeah, you know why? Because when you speak from your heart and then it comes out of your mouth, when you speak, you're actually speaking with a vibration and frequency, which every single thing now going forward is about vibration and frequency, right? So why do you think they used to say in religions, speak in tongues? Because they knew how powerful the power of the word is. They knew how powerful speaking, because not only, see, I always say this, I told my dad this before he died or transitioned. I said, watch what you're saying, because what you say, your mind and body does not know the difference. So when you think you're cursing someone else out, you're actually cursing yourself out, because your body and mind does not know the difference. So just like listening to music, and they get you to repeat lyrics that are of a lower vibration, what are you doing? You're speaking that to your body and your cells, right? So you're actually creating that reality for yourself, so to speak. I know it's hard to hear because a lot of people love music, and they get the music to be really catchy, and the chorus to be really catchy, so you continue to repeat it over and over and over and over again. And then you say it out loud, and then it's playing over and over and over in your head, like a broken record. And what do you think you're doing? You're creating that sort of reality for yourself. This is a whole nother workshop, let me tell you, that I can go into about the power of words. We are open to hearing and discussing in a positive manner, even opinions or ideas we may not agree with. Exactly. Beautifully said, Robert. Open forum based in acceptance. I love that, man. That is so beautiful, Robert. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for saying that. Those words are powerful, my brother. Yeah, from a point of learning, not arguing. Exactly. That's the point I was trying to make. That you can have a discussion with somebody, and that's healthy. But the moment you want to like choke them out or fight them over their beliefs or opinions, that's where it's like, come on, man. Like, why are you putting your energy into that? All it's doing is lowering your frequency and your vibration, so that you're susceptible to being controlled and in fear, because that's typically what they want you to do. They want you to argue and fight, so that essentially it lowers your vibration and frequency, so that, that you end up in fear and you're easily controlled. There's a proverb in Arabic: when man speaks, you know how he is smart, or yeah. I'm not repeating the rest, but yeah. Daren chat. I'm gonna drive home. Have a blessed morning. I'll catch you if you are still on about 30. Okay. Yeah, I should be here for a little bit. Yeah, I'll probably be here for like 30 minutes or so. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate you, brother, and I appreciate you for giving your input and sharing your thoughts. You're a beautiful soul, brother, and you are officially and always have been a part of this tribe, the freedom fighters. But yeah, it's like what we've been taught has, without a shadow of a doubt, been just complete and utter lies. Complete and utter lies. And we've been programmed and conditioned to believe that we have to go outside of ourselves for any and all information. We have to go to individuals in white coats for them to tell us what is going on and what we need to do, when we've forgotten that, well, wait a minute, we can go straight to God. We can go straight to prime creator source, where it all is, which in fact is within each and every one of us, just as the breath is in each and every one of us, and I know that no matter what you're going through, no matter what anyone is going through right now, no matter what the planet is going through right now, humanity, Mother Gaia, every single thing, the honest truth is that we are moving into a more balanced society. And I know that it's very difficult for a lot of people to, well, actually believe that, because of, all the things that they've gone through in their life, the trauma, the pain, the suffering, everything, the lack, and so it's very interesting, because dependent on where your perception and your perspective is and where you're focusing your attention on, you're going to be shown more of those things. And yes, these things are happening all around us, all around the world, man. And people are very short-tempered right now. I've noticed it. I've seen it. Not everybody, but people are easily being triggered. Well, a big reason, because they're not breathing consciously. They're not breathing deeply in and deeply out. They're just, holding their breath. And when in holding your breath, you become reactive. And a lot of people are not taking the time to do self-care, to take care of yourself, to be in nature, to ground yourself, to walk in nature, to it was really nice, man. After our live yesterday, I spoke to Luna briefly, because we were taking care of some things after the live, and I fortunately got a hold of her before she went on a walk, because she wasn't going to take her phone with her, and she went walking in the forest with her friend. So it's like things like that, to take the opportunity and get off of a screen And I know that's counterintuitive to what I'm saying here because you're actually needing to watch me on a screen if I'm telling you these things. But every single thing requires moderation. Every single thing requires balance. Like, let me spend, if I'm going to spend this much time on the screen, then I'm going to spend this much time in nature. I'm going to spend this much time meditating or doing breath work or taking a bath or doing things for yourself. Because if you don't do things for yourself, how are you going to fill your cup and then be there for others? And especially with like the holiday season approaching quickly, you know, a lot of people are going to be meeting and getting together with family and friends that they haven't seen in a very long time. And it behooves you to, you know, do self-care, to take care of yourself, to prep yourself for those interactions. Because some of you may be potentially going to be living with some of these family members for several weeks. You know, next week is, I would venture to say, a lot of people are going to be off of work starting this week or next week till sometime next year. You know, and you really truly have to honestly be mindful of what you're doing for yourself. Because if you don't do those things for yourself, well, what is going to happen? You're going to be explosive. You're going to be reactive. You're going to be all these things that you're going to, like, someone's going to say something to you and you're just going to pop off because you're not taking care of yourself. And I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying this is important for anyone listening or watching the replay as we approach the rest of 2025, going into 2026. You know, and then making and setting intentions for 2026 and beyond, that you do take care of yourself, that you do things for you that light you up, that bring you joy, that excite you. You know, and I can honestly tell you, for me, I love, man, sitting out in nature. I love it, especially if it's like warm. I mean, it's a little bit cold right now, but the warm and the warmth from the sun is a game changer. I can feel that warmth on my face, and it feels so good with the contrast, you know, of the cool and then the warmth at the same time. Versus like it just being, it's that balance, man. It feels amazing when you get to experience both at the same time. And to be quite honest, I have quite a bit of things to do and catch up on. I'm working on a lot of things for you all, like editing videos, and I have so much content I need to go through and pretty much edit and put it out. Do I want to do that? No, not really. I would much rather organize a retreat somewhere around the world with Luna. I would much rather sit on a live and teach like I'm doing right now. I would much rather than sit in a chair at a desk, you know, doing paperwork. Like, I never enjoyed any of that kind of stuff. I'm more of like I want to be in it. I want to teach. I want to share. I want to help everybody. I want to spread as much information and knowledge that you can actually use in your own life, that can support you, that can help you to feel more calm and relaxed and centered and grounded. Listen, man, I went through anxiety. I went through a lot of it. I went through depression. I went through all these different things. I was seeking everything I could possibly seek. And one big thing that I will say, and I will always say, and I feel like I'm meant to teach, because I feel like for anyone dealing with anything, breath and the breath work and breathing is the cornerstone, is the stepping stone, no matter where you are. Because listen, man, We all have the breath. That's the one thing that we all have in common, aside from like having a heart. But not everybody has a heart. Some people have some sort of like, mechanism that's used instead of a heart. But the one thing that everyone has and has to have is breath, or else they won't be here, or else you won't be in a physical body any longer. So that's the one thing that they have kind of hidden from us. And yeah, there's all kinds of breathing techniques. There's all kinds of breath facilitators all around the world, but not enough of them, not enough teaching. Just the simple thing of breathing in and breathing out, in through your nose and out through your mouth, deeply in and deeply out. Just taking one breath in and one breath out, like a deep breath in. If you just try it with me right now, it's life-changing. It's a game changer. Just that one breath in and one breath out, but a deep breath in and deep breath out, like this. Man, just doing that can change how you react to your boss, to your friend, to your partner, to a family member, to someone you never even met and don't even know who they are. Just that one conscious breath, breathing in and breathing out, is a game changer. I mean, and you could do it driving, you could do it in a swimming pool, you could do it in the ocean. Like, obviously, you're not going to breathe in and breathe out underwater. I mean, as long as your head's above water, you can leave your eyes open and you can just breathe in and breathe out, deeply in, deeply out, in through your nose and out through your mouth. And it is a game changer. You won't have road rage. You'll just feel calm and relaxed and peaceful. And then when you feel calm, relaxed, peaceful inside, what do you think people are going to feel around you? They're going to feel calm, peaceful, relaxed. It's like, that's the one thing, another thing that people don't understand, that how you feel inside is the type of people that are going to be reflected back to you. So if you feel very anxious and stressed and not grounded and not calm and not peaceful in here internally, that's the type of individuals you're going to attract. And those are the type of situations and experiences you're going to see around you happening. But if you're calm, peaceful, grounded, centered, balanced, the type of people that you're going to come across are going to be really calm, really relaxed, really centered, really balanced. They're just essentially reflecting back to you, to show you, to remind you, to be like, yo, focus on your breath, Daren. Look at the people that are look at what you are observing. You're observing others that are anxious and fearful and scared and not calm, not relaxed, not centered, because that is the state you are in internally. So that's what you're going to be experiencing. So all of these things are just merely to be of examples. They're to show you, well, okay, maybe I need to like do more self-care in the morning. Maybe I need to find different things that are going to help and assist me in feeling better. Because when I feel better, then the people around me feel better. When I feel sad and depressed, and not to say you can't feel those things. That's not what I'm saying whatsoever. Okay, all is welcome. And it's important to remember that what you're being shown, people can feel it. Like, like you go to a store, and whatever energy you bring to that store, people walking next to you, people waiting in line next to you, people, just the crowds around you, they're going to feel the same thing you're feeling, or at least a fraction of it. But if you come in there with your light shining bright, happy, and as I said, all the feelings are welcome, all the feels. You could feel sad, you could feel angry, you could feel depressed, you could feel it all. That's what we're supposed to do. That's what we're here to do. But it's like, if you want to change the way you show up in the world because you want to, make a difference, then you have to do the necessary things for you to feel that way. And if you're neglecting yourself, if you're running around, if you're like, I don't have time for this, I don't have time to sit with God for 20 minutes every single morning, I don't have time to do breath work, I don't have time to take a bath, I don't have time to nourish my body with whole foods, I don't have time to do these things, then, well, you're going to constantly be shown others that don't have time for anything either. And you're going to be shown, essentially, people that don't do those things, what they are experiencing, which is probably a lot of anxiety and depression and panic attacks and not being in their body and very reactive, all of those things, the whole gamut, So it's like, it all points back. And why I'm talking about this, I don't know. It came up, somebody in the chat, whether they're live or they're going to watch the replay, needed this message. And I'm just bringing through what God wants me to bring through, to use my vessel for good. And the fact of the matter is, as I said, a lot of people are going to be coming up to very soon. If it's not this week, it'll be next week, where you're going to be meeting with family, and you're going to be maybe even staying at your family's house or your partner's family, or whatever the case may be. And if you're going into it already feeling stressed and overwhelmed and not balanced, and you're not taking care of yourself, you're just going to be explosive and reactive. And it's not going to be an enjoyable time for you or anyone involved. But if you set the intention that I want it to be a beautiful experience, it will be a beautiful experience. And do the necessary things that fill your cup. Like, maybe it's going in nature, maybe you like painting, maybe you like, playing an instrument, singing, whatever the case may be, whatever it is, cooking, then you're going to go into the experience with your cup filled. And you're going to have a much more and better and enjoyable time with everyone you choose to be around. So, you can choose to take that however you wish to. We're living in some beautiful times, y'all, man. And let me tell you what, man, just get ready. There's potentially a lot of things going to unfold. And with the breath, using the breath to, support you when it's something that you have within you. And that's what everybody is speaking of, to go within, to use the tools within you to support you. And the breath is one of them. And I tell you what, man, it's one of the most amazing tools, one of the most amazing gifts we've been given as human beings, as spiritual beings in a physical body. It's one of the most amazing tools we have available to us. Like, you don't need any other tool out there, man. You don't. You don't. Quite literally. You have the breath, and the breath can do amazing, miraculous things, man. And dependent on how you use it and what way you use it, what counts you use, breath holding, breathing, breathing in, breathing out, breathing deeply in, deeply out, in through your nose, out through your mouth, all of it. All of it. It's a beautiful gift that we've been given. And, I thought about this years ago, many, many years ago. I was shown, I'm like, when my breath journey started, I was like, well, why wouldn't whoever created these bodies, if it was God, if it was higher dimensional beings in the ninth dimension, creating these physical bodies, the most amazing physical body that, there's nothing that compares to how powerful the body is. And so many people don't even treat it as such. They abuse it. And the fact is that we've been equipped with one of the most powerful tools. And let me tell you, like I said, man, the yogis knew this. Everyone knows this, but it's interesting how it's been inverted. It's interesting how it's been flipped. It's interesting how they never taught us how to breathe properly. And majority of humanity is walking around holding their breath for majority of their day and not even realizing it. Now, not that holding your breath is not a good thing, because if used in certain ways, yes, it can be very, very powerful. But the fact of the matter is like I said, most people are shallow breathing. Most people are holding their breath. Most people aren't deeply breathing in and out. And let's just say it feels amazing when you do breathe in and breathe out consciously. It is one of the most euphoric feelings and sensations, and we just don't do it enough. And as I said, if most people walked around and they did properly knew how to use their breath, it's just like I talk about, how we weren't taught how to use anger in a healthy way. It's another thing that kind of somehow slipped by the wayside. Somehow they didn't teach us the proper way. And there's plenty of teachers and gurus walking around that know how to use anger in a healthy way. They know how to breathe. But it's not fully accessible to everyone, which my hope and Luna's hope is for it to be accessible to the entire globe, some way, somehow. I don't know yet. I know that I'll be gifted those tools and workshops and instructions on how that's going to be possible. But I am such an advocate for the breath. I am such an advocate for breathing deeply in and deeply out consciously. I have so much passion for breathing because I know what it feels like, man. I know what it feels like to be anxious and depressed and all the time. I know what it feels like to go through massive panic attacks. I know what it feels like. And I know everybody says the same thing all the time. Like, oh, yeah, I went through that. I know what it's like. And I know you've heard that before. We all have. I've heard it too. I never thought I would actually be sitting here saying that, because I watched other people saying it all the time to me. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Yeah, right. Yeah, okay. I don't know if there's anything that can get me through what I'm experiencing and going through. This is like the type of mentality we all had when we were in our darkest of moments, when we were quite literally at our lowest, and It's a shame. It's sad. It really truly should not be that way. It really truly should be that people take, you know, what they know and what they've learned and what they've experienced and actually help others, not just for some massive fund, like, oh, I like, yeah, there's a fee attached. Yeah, I understand that. My hope and what the visuals and the dreams and the things that I have received, it won't be that way. It will be, everything will be accessible to each and every one of us, every single one of us, and it's like, I can't tell you how many times in my life I was struggling with something and then didn't have the means for it. Yet, yeah, I know some way, somehow I was led to it. Some way, somehow, maybe it didn't happen in that way, but it happened in another way. But the times are changing, man, and we have to get away from the fact that we are meant to be poor and meant to struggle and meant to suffer and meant to be in pain and meant to have disease and all these different things, because that's not true. And I will never believe that. I will never lay down without spreading this around the world, hope, knowing that anything's possible, man. If I'm here in physical form and you're here in physical form with this amazing, miraculous body that can quite literally heal itself if we step out of the way, if our ego steps out of the way, then anything is freaking possible. And yeah, a lot of us went through majority of our life, man. I'm 47, where we haven't seen much change. But now we're about to see change at an accelerated rate, where all these systems that no longer serve are coming down, are collapsing, so that we can create everything from love, not from fear, not from control, but from the heart space, from love. New schools, new communities, breaking free of thinking that we are supposed to be separate and divided, thinking that we have to just build all this wealth for ourselves, thinking we have to have all these material things for ourselves, where instead we all come together. We all bring and pull our resources together, all 8 billion people, and create from that. And we let go of that someone's out to get you, when realizing that you are protected. Realize that there's no mistakes. There's never any mistakes. God's got a plan, and that plan is way, way beyond anything that you could conceptualize with your human mind, with your ego. And man, the next few years, we're not going to recognize ourselves. We're not going to recognize each other. We're not going to recognize anything on this planet, because it's about to transform in a very different way. And yeah, while you may be walking through your neighborhood or going to the local restaurant or, convenience store that's been there for like 100 years, well, all this is changing, man. And let me tell you what, it's changing so fast and so rapidly. Humanity's jumping big, big timelines. We got RVs coming. We've got wealth beyond anything we could imagine coming. Remember all these things that have been going on, crimes against humanity, all these things that have been happening, that there's higher dimensional beings in the background doing a lot to take down the corruption that has been transpiring for thousands of years. It's time that the wealth, the changing hands of wealth will happen in our lifetime. You deserve it all, man. For you to choose to come here and go through what we've endured, and I don't know how old you are, I don't know how many years you've been on this planet, I don't know how many lifetimes you've had, but I can tell you this much. Things that we've endured, the things that we came down to be a part of, to dismantle and to disrupt, you deserve it all and more. We all do. And it's coming. And it's happening. And it is going to unfold perfectly. And you're going to be living quite literally on heaven on earth. Just as I am, just as we all are. The planet's changing, humanity's changing, our gifts are activating. Oh, yeah, of course, man. Oh, yeah, Evans. Many, many times. I had ones that gaslighted me. I had ones that called me names in front of everybody. I've had ones that wanted to go outside and fight. Yes, 1000%, my friend. But like I said, man, people are changing whether they know it or not. Their heart's being opened. There is so many codes. Even if you hibernate in your house, you can't hide from the sun. Because the sun goes through, I mean, you may think it's not inside your house, but it goes through the windows, it goes through the materials, and there's activations and codes coming through the sun, which are activating our DNA, which are activating us, which are activating remembrance. Do I believe in, I don't know what that is. I don't know what word you're saying or what. Hey, I think it is. So you can't hide from it. You can't run from it. No matter where you are on the planet, the sun is activating every single one of us. The DNA strands that have not been activated, our psychic abilities, our psychic senses. It's assisting and helping us to release belief systems that no longer serve us. I can go on and on and on. Whether you like it or not, as long as you are on this planet, as long as you are in a physical form, in a physical body, you are getting transformed. You are transforming. And we're all moving into the golden age, the new earth, the Aquarian age. I don't know if I said it, but the golden age, the age of love. No, it's not. It is changing. You just can't see it because that's how you believe and see it. That's just how you see it. If you believe that it's the same and it will never change and humanity's cooked and all that kind of stuff, then that's what you're going to experience. And that's the timeline you're going to be on. I don't see that. I see changes all over the place, man. I can't even tell you the amount of classes that I've taken over the years, the last 5 years or 7 years. Since probably 2017, I've seen more change than I've ever seen in 47 years of my life. Okay? And like I said, you just got to be in tune and in touch with it and know that there's higher dimensional beings, there's councils, there's angels, there's guides, there's masters, all on the other side working to move humanity forward. What have I seen? I'm seeing it in humanity. I'm seeing more and more people actually wake up and finally begin to question everything. Finally starting to see thousands of people by the day wake up and say, No way. There's got to be more to life than I've been told. I've been lied to. And that's when it starts. That's where it starts. That's the Great Awakening, my friend. I did. I just stated it. That's what's going to create change. And that's where the change is happening. And I see people building community. I see people coming together. I see people wanting change. And they're not allowing or standing for non-transparency any longer. So yeah, it's going to take time for it to appear in front of us, but it's happening all over. I mean, the president is a big catalyst to that awakening. The things that he's doing, the things that he's dismantling and disrupting. You just haven't seen it in real time yet because, well, it has to catch up. Time is an illusion, but now things are accelerating. And I see more and more people that I come across that are finally saying, I'm fed up, I'm done. I am not going to stand for this any longer. 20, 30 years ago, it was not like that. You couldn't talk about the things I talk about on these lives 10 years ago. That's changing itself. Yeah, but he's just like, they're just using him. There is like armies of spiritual beings on the other side that are puppeteering him and putting things in place that you cannot see, all behind the scenes. All he does is he's just, you know, I don't know what you would call it. He's just a puppet, essentially. No, not really, man. Not like it is now. No, I'm sorry to say it has not been that way. When I was young, I could not talk about spaceships and aliens and extraterrestrials. I could not talk about that. I could not talk about seeing a spaceship. I could not talk about the voices, the communication I have with my dad on the other side. I could not talk about the communication I have on the spiritual realm. What was I told? You better be quiet. You better keep that down. You're going to be locked up and put in a straitjacket. That's how it was in the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s. You couldn't talk to, I could talk, I mean, the amount of people that I've come across that are open to talking about these, Antarctica and all these different things, and the things happening underneath us. And okay, well, you know what? That's cool, man. Listen, I'm not here to change your mind. I'm not here to convince you otherwise, brother. I'm not here to argue with you either. And no, I'm not in any conspiracy, man. But I'm not here to argue with you, man. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have. You can. You don't have to. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I know what I see, and I know how things are changing, and I know how things are accelerating. And it's okay, bro. I see you want to argue, and you're argumentative, and I'm not interested in that. You don't agree, and that's okay, and that's cool, man. So, um, yeah, it's funny. Every time you leave, Robert, we got someone that starts crashing out. But it's all good, man, because I don't judge you, and there's no judgment here, and you can believe whatever you want to believe, man. And if you believe that's where we are in the world, that's okay. No, but I can feel your energy, man. It's very argumentative. I feel energy, man. And the way you're like delivering it is argumentative. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Robert. Um, it's the bottom line is, man, there is so much help here right now on this planet. We have spaceships surrounding this entire Earth. We have higher dimensional beings. We have masters. They are not going to let this experiment go down. Period. Yeah, it is okay, man. I respect you, brother. I respect you. And I'm glad that you don't just say to me, yeah, bro, you're right. You're right, bro. And you actually have an opinion. And that's okay. And that's what makes the world go round. And I love it. Yeah, yeah, we are. We are. We're conditioned and programmed that way. And as I said, from the start, we have been programmed and conditioned to be in fear and to so that we can be easily controlled. That's been the narrative. So where what do you think? We've been conditioned and programmed to always focus on the negative from when we were little kids. And I've changed so much within myself to not focus in that way because that's all I used to focus on is the horrible things, the bad things. Now I all I see is hope and optimism, and I know things are changing for the better. I just know deep down, and maybe I can't prove to you on paper, but I know deep down, and nothing's going to change that because I'm done being um, dragged into the fear and the negativity. And yes, I know all of it's going on. Yes, I know it's all happening all around the world. Of course, I do. I observe it every day, and yet at the same time, I'm here to bring hope and optimism to the world that there is big, massive changes happening, whether you see it yet or not. See, I talked about this a long time ago. It's like a lot of people can't believe something they don't see yet. And it goes back to like someone inventing something, right? You have somebody that created something and invented something, and he has such a hard time getting funds to create this idea because people can't see the vision unless it's already created, unless it's already done, unless they already see a lot of people buying the item or shopping at the restaurant or at the store. It's very hard for people to take what someone says and to visualize what it could actually become because we've been so conditioned that we have to see it. But like visualizing is seeing. It's just not like in your hands. Like I don't see lines lined up to that restaurant yet, but it's just a vision right now. I'm selling a vision. I'm selling a vision of these 50-story condominiums with all these like amenities and blah, blah, blah. But yet I don't have the funds to build it yet. I'm sitting here selling a vision of Rip into Light, the newer school, but there isn't one yet. Right? But people don't actually believe in it because they haven't seen it. But yet, if I had like a building that you could walk into with and on 50 or 100 acres that had all these different little pods where people could go and they get their raw vegan plant-based foods here, then there's a pod where they do yoga, and then a pod for meditation and breath work, and then there's like classrooms where they learn how to connect with the spiritual realm. Their psychic abilities, their psychic senses are worked on. There's all kinds of tools and uh, like things for the exercises for them to do and blah blah blah. And it's a retreat where they can come and relax. Like people aren't going to buy into it until they actually see it like out where they can visit it and they can try it out. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean by it. It's like I sell the vision before the vision even comes to fruition. So it's like, that's the hard thing that humanity's struggling with because of, well, we've been conditioned to watch television, to use a GPS, to do all these things that takes away our visualization skills, and we we we've learned to suppress our imagination, which imagination is the key to the spiritual realm, is the key to manifestation. So it's just like, that's what I mean by it, like a large percentage, if not like 90% of humanity, which is a lot of people, they're not going to believe anything until they actually physically see the changes, till they actually see the financial system completely collapse in front of their eyes. They're not going to believe that it's actually happening. They're not going to believe that the medical system is so like corrupt, and like I've seen it firsthand. I mean, I've been involved in it. My father had cancer 3 times in his life. I've been involved in it. My grandparents, my mom's grandparents. I mean, I can go on and on over the years that what I've seen, and how I've chosen to remove myself from those things and find other ways, healthier ways, alternative ways, you know. And you know how many times I've gone through health stuff that I couldn't see the end. I couldn't see the when I hit rock bottom in 2017, man, I didn't think I'd ever get out of it. I literally was thinking it was going to be the end, where I was going to be going on to the other side. So I've been there, but like I've always had a way to be optimistic. I've always had a way to see beyond what they tell you. How do I make it? I'm making a difference every day on these lives. The New Earth school that myself and Luna are cultivating and creating, that we want to have these schools and centers all around the world, / healing centers, teaching people the right way. Yes, I've experienced a lot of tragedy in the medical. I've experienced a lot of tragedy in the financial systems. I've seen it all from like 7 years old, how corrupt, and um, it's not for the people. None of these things are for our highest and greatest good. None of them. The food, I've seen how they've poisoned us. I dealt with mold and Lyme that they so-called said I had mold and Lyme. I've smoked for over 30 years. I've been in this. I've been in it. I've been in it. And I only teach from my own experience. That's what I'm saying, Evans. I teach from what I've experienced. I won't teach anything that that I have not experienced myself. And I'm a person that brings people together. And I'm working on so many things behind the scene, but I need help. I can't do it all myself. I can't. Me and Luna cannot. We're just 2 people, and God, of course. And we welcome all the help in the world, man. I'm reaching out to people every day, trying to collaborate and come together so we can cultivate something together and build a tribe and a community so we all can come together, all 8 billion people, and pool our resources together so we can change these corrupted systems, so we can change the poisoning of our foods, so I can teach people the proper way to detox and cleanse. I've fasted for years. I've detoxed. I've done all these different things that I am doing my best to bring out, to help, so that people don't have to go through what I went through. the problem you were talking about and put in your 2 cents? I do. I do. And that's why I'm going to be starting another podcast, which is I'm going to be bringing on all kinds of people from all walks of life, that have different platforms. Um, I'm working on getting certified in another form of breath work that is based off community, that's global, all around the world. That people are in really high places in this as breathwork facilitators, and they want, like, the creator of Soma Breath. If you've ever heard of Soma Breath, Niraj, he wants to create community. He turned a company from, like, and I don't know how many. He said it was really small, like just him and one or two other people, to now over 4,000 plus facilitators. Well, I do several types of breath work. Right now, I'm certified in conscious circular breathing, which I've done for years. And I'm working Kundalini. Yeah, that's another one. Kundalini activation, crystalline soul healing. And by doing crystalline soul healing, we try to get people to, in the set, well, we don't get them, but when you do a crystalline soul healing session, you're getting someone to change their beliefs, from lack to abundance, from, whatever it is, and that's majority of what the problem is that lies. We've all been programmed and conditioned into fear, and to fear everything, to fear each other, and so one by one, man, I hope to change the world. That's why I'm here. That's what I came here to do, you know? Later, man. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you interrogating me. I appreciate you putting me on the spot, man. But I'm here to change the world, man. And Evans, listen, man, if you have ideas, reach out to us. Hit me up on Instagram, on TikTok, on our Gmail account. Email us at DarenandLuna@gmail. Okay? I'm always open to collaborating with anyone. I'm always open to coming together, putting ideas together, man. We need help, man. We need help editing videos. We need help doing content. We have so much stuff. And I just want to help and serve humanity, man. That's what I'm here to do. That's what I came here to do. And that's what I will do. And the biggest thing that I know I'm here to help is children, the younger generations that are struggling with addiction and, all the different things that I've struggled with, like NoFap and porn addiction and drugs and alcohol and all these different things, temptations and everything, man. And I see the communities that they're in struggling with these things, struggling where they sit on social media and they doom scroll all day and they're getting these massive dopamine dumps, all these different things, man. I hope that before I leave this planet, man, I can make a difference, and that I leave this planet, I get to actually enjoy the golden age before I leave, and then be like, this is like, I made a difference. I was able to help others, man. That, I was able to help others. I helped you so you didn't have to go through what I went through. That I was able to give you, a shortcut. And I'm glad that you do, man. I'm glad that you do. I really appreciate that, Robert. That means the world to me, man. I'm doing tons of breath work lately. Yeah, the one that I'm doing, Michelle, right now, that me and Luna are going to be trained in, which is going to take over a year to do, is Soma, which encompasses somatic movement, all different kinds of breathing techniques, but mainly pranayama. And then it also encompasses its movement and breath. And they're becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. And you've probably seen them on social medias. You know, um, I found them many, many years ago, but wasn't ready. And you haven't found a platform where people go live just doing breath work. Well, Soma does. Soma does. They actually have an app that they do that in as well. But myself and Luna are going to be facilitating in our community. Oh, all day long. Yeah, not yet. Yeah. Well, maybe that'll be something that we'll cultivate together. You know of Soma, right? Okay. Well, I'm working towards becoming a transformational coach in Soma. As I said, I do conscious circular breathing. I do all these other breath works I've done for years, Kundalini. Here, no, this is cold. My feet are cold already. They're frozen. And yeah, we're already set up. I've been doing the training, and it's the most beautiful community that Niraj has created. And I can't wait to actually. It probably will take almost a year to finish everything, but we're going to start doing classes after the first level 1 because you can do that. And I've already done it. We've done a bunch of classes with conscious circular breathing, but which, mind you, I do still do every day. But I'm just deepening my knowledge, and I'm so passionate about the breath. It's changed my life, and I hope to get it around the world, to get it in schools, to get kids doing breath work at a young age. You know, if we can do that and we all do that together, man, this planet will change like this, you know? So that's my hope. That's my dream. That's, I want to do retreats all around the world. Not that we can't do that already, but there's a reason that it hasn't. Yeah, there's going to be some big things coming in 2026. So definitely make sure that you're subscribed. Make sure that you sign up to our free newsletter at darenandluna.com so that you're on the newsletter list, because we have a lot of things coming, man. And my hope is to collaborate with all of you. We all come together, man, and we all, cultivate ways we can make this place a better place, because the earth is our home until we're gone. And why not make it a place where we all can coexist and collaborate and come together and, love one another and treat each other kind and all of it. I know, right? I know. I've said the same thing, Robert. It's here, and 2026 is coming with some big changes, big changes. I'm hoping what I've been hearing is going to happen this year before 2026 even starts. We'll see what happens. We still have a couple weeks left in 2025. Let's hope it does actually come to fruition. The RVs and the med beds and the humanitarian funds that we're all going to receive. The dividends checks that we're all going to receive. All these things, so we can literally, do what we came here to do. So I love you all, man. Som Q. No, I haven't. I don't think so. I'll screenshot and look it up. I don't think so, Michelle, but maybe I have. I don't know. I've got to look it up. I'm not sure. It looks familiar though. Som QIQ. It looks familiar, but I'm not quite sure. Stephen Jaggers. I was in that group, still am, but they don't do enough live stuff. Soma, yeah, SOMA. They do, man, they have, their app has live daily. They do breathwork daily for 2 different time zones. And you can go and watch the replays too and everything. Well, that's not what Soma is. Soma is just Soma breath. There's no IQ after it. If that's what you're referring to. What time is it? Because oh my God, I cannot believe it's 12 o'clock already, you guys. Holy guacamole. Okay, I got to get going, guys. I got things I want to take care of so that I can bring more stuff to you guys. They do daily lives. No, I'm talking about the group. Oh. I mean, it's called Soma IQ. Yeah, I don't know. I'll look that up, but I never heard of that. I definitely want to check it out and see what kind of breath work they do. I'll look it up. Yeah, it's a group. So if I just type into Google Soma IQ, I'll find it. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Love to you as well. You guys have a great day. Thank you again, everybody, for joining, for being a part of this live. I appreciate you all from the bottom of my heart. It's not necessarily worth looking. Oh, okay. All right. Then, yeah, never mind. Then I won't bother. But thank you for letting me know. And but thank you for being here. And just stay tuned, man, for all that's coming. We're going to be bringing some powerful stuff to you all. So stay tuned, man. I'm excited. I'm excited for what's unfolding. I love you all from the bottom of my heart, man. Take care of yourselves and each other. I will see you on the next live, on the next video, or somewhere around the world. Until then, let's go. Yeah, I go live pretty regularly, man. And me and Luna are working out a schedule so me and her can go live more than once a week as well. So stay tuned for that as well. I love you all, man, from the bottom of my heart, man. Yeah, no, I get you. Well, we're going to be doing that in our community, Michelle. So if you feel called to check out our community school, we will be offering a lot of different things in our community. And you can check it out on our website at darenandluna.com. So I got you. Well, we're going to be doing that. So yeah, as I said, stay tuned. I don't know if I could do that live on YouTube because, I mean, it's possible, but definitely not conscious circular breathing. I wouldn't do that live on YouTube because of the contra. And I think a lot of people don't do it on any platform because of the contradiction. They call it contra. Like if people have certain things going on, you have to basically say, well, if you have this happening with your heart or this or that, you know, and on top of it, you're not supposed to like eat before you do it and blah, blah, blah. And I think why a lot of people don't do it is because you can't have control over the container. It's just like anybody will come on and then they can blame you for anything, you know? And I think that's why a lot of people don't do it on like a social media platform because they've got to have like a document signed and stuff when people do stuff like that. Or you have to like, you're agreeing because you're paying to be in a community. So that's like a signature, you know, like, oh, okay, I'm agreeing to this. But like any random person can come on YouTube and then be like, blame you on YouTube for whatever they experienced, because there's no container there. And that's why I think nobody has done it. And I don't think in the current state that we're in, that will happen. In the future, yeah, it'll happen very soon because the planet's changing. And there'll be much more things readily available that we won't have to worry about someone being like, I'm going to sue you for that. You caused this, when people need to take responsibility for, well, you chose to be there. You chose to lay down and breathe. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, yeah, I think it's less because of those reasons, basically. A lot of people don't want to do it because of that. That's why you don't see it and dependent on what kind of breath work it is, maybe they can do it, maybe there's no problem with it. But some of the ones like conscious circular breathing, there's lists of things you don't want to be doing if you have certain things going on. And they only do that out of, potentially being sued or something of that sort, But I will see you guys in the next live. Take care, y'all. Follow us on all social media platforms. I love y'all. I will see you soon.